All right, aloha. Welcome to Optimal Health Members Live. I'm Dr. Chris Colgan of Optimal Health Members here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and here's the most wonderful
Sandy Rocco here to introduce you to this week. We're talking about Footloose.
Oh, well, I guess we're footloose today at Optimal Health Members. So, what are we going to talk about?
Feet.
Feet. Oh, okay. Let's talk about the feet.
And this was suggested by our wonderful wellness director, Melissa.
Melissa, hey, shout out Melissa,
Yeah.
shout out, yay.
Woo!
All right, yeah, there we go. Hey, the crowd speaks. So we're going to talk about the foot today, and we're just going to talk about, the importance of, having good foot mechanics, in a simple term, okay, and also how it affects the spine too. There's a lot of people that come here thinking they have a foot problem or a low back problem or maybe even a knee problem. However, the feet play a big role in that too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Any comments about that, Sandy?
Well, just today I was out on my lunch break running home to check on our doggies, and I saw a woman literally limping out. She was in phenomenal shape, but she was kind of limping a bit coming out of the gym. And I thought, there's some compensation going on there. So I parked my car, and she hadn't left yet. She was waiting for her car to get some cool air, I guess. And it just occurred to me, I'm going to introduce myself, and I did. And she was like, I literally was just in the gym asking someone who takes care of them because I feel like I have some pain going on. And I feel like it's causing me like from the hips down. And so she's striking differently. She's walking and standing differently. Exactly what you're saying. It's affecting her posture and everything she does.
And think about it, your feet are your foundation. If you don't have a good foundation, like say with a home or a structure, that structure's unstable and it's coming down when you least expect it. Same thing with the body. So when we look at the foot here, you can see this. I'm going to take it off its stand. But, there's all kinds of things going on here. You got the heel, you got the toes, you got the tarsals, you got all kinds of things in here. There's 26 bones in the foot. All right, so and each one of these bones is connected by a ligament. There's muscles that attach to it. So you got tendons and you have joints. There's all kinds of things, right? And unfortunately, the feet are furthest from the heart. Now, what's the significance of that? Well, you're talking about someone who was playing basketball a lot in his much younger years, and he had a tendency to sprain his ankles. And guess what? Sometimes when you sprain a real bad ankle sprain, you kind of wish you'd rather broken it, right? Like, why couldn't this thing just be broken? At least I know it would have been healed in 6 weeks. Ankle sprains can take significantly longer, and here's why. It's furthest from the heart. That means it takes that much longer for blood supply to get to the foot, right? Because it's distance. Also, whether you sprain a foot or not, it's poorly vascularized. So one is, if you do hurt the foot, it takes a substantial time to heal versus almost any other part of your body, whether it's the knee or the shoulder. And at the same time too, this is also a part of the foot where we see a lot of patients for peripheral neuropathy. They come in here because they got numbness in the feet, either for a couple different reasons, right? A lot of peripheral neuropathy today is because of something metabolic related like diabetes, or unfortunately maybe someone had some chemotherapy for cancer.
Right, or in the beginning when I was doing nutrition only for people, I noticed a pattern, and it was anyone, but not everyone, but people who had been on a statin medication for cholesterol drugs.
Yeah.
They had compensation going on in their circulation, leading to neuropathy, sometimes bilateral, both sides, starting at the toes, maybe going up the feet to the legs, maybe above the knee even, and then affecting their hands. So the statin drugs sometimes were at play, sometimes chemotherapy, radiation. Artificial sweeteners are also a neurotoxin that can cause that neuropathy as well.
Right, and the reason why people get neuropathy is you got these nerves, okay, that are coated in myelin, and myelin is made up of cholesterol. So we call this statin-based or statin-caused neuropathy, and which is mostly in the hands and feet because those are two things that are furthest from the heart. And it is not a good situation to be in. It takes a while to treat. It's very frustrating for the patient to deal with. It is not fun at all. So we do our best, not only just from a standpoint of what we can do to treat the foot, and how we treat the foot too is we realign it through different tests for different for different bones of the foot that require different kinds of adjustment techniques or alignment techniques. Nutrition plays a big role. And also, some of the modalities we use in the office mainly are soft wave tissue regeneration technology and specific red light care that we have people use at home. So we like to prefer that they get the high-tech care here, and that way they also have a low-tech system at home to support the high-tech and also our care recommendations. So it's a nice 1-2 punch to treat this disease. And it doesn't have to be neuropathy. It could be just about anything that if someone really wants to get healthier quicker, they're going to do they're willing to, what's needed or what it takes to get better faster, because, well, let's face it, time is money. If you have an opportunity that if you could speed something up quicker, you want to make sure you have some of that home you can do rather than just depend on going to the doctor's office every other visit to see results. So the way we do that is, one, through red light therapy, some kind of exercise or stretching, but most importantly also nutritional supplementation and making sure they eat the right foods that doesn't promote more inflammation or anything that just irritates the body.
And we are thorough in looking at what people are eating in their lifestyle, what may cause the situation and the pain or burning, numbness, tingling to keep coming back. So if you can't imagine what neuropathy is like, imagine you've fallen asleep on your arm. And then when you wake up, you feel like, okay, your arm is asleep, and that tingling, they have that sensation 24/7.
Yeah. And sometimes it's very painful too.
Yeah.
We're talking about painful where when they're trying to sleep at night and trying to put a blanket or a sheet over their feet, it feels like lightning bolts.
Right.
Okay, that's how bad this thing is. And some people, they just don't feel anything at all.
Right.
So we always tell them, make sure you're not going to a campfire anytime soon.
Right, and numbness is also important because you need to negotiate the terrain you're on. Whether you're walking on smooth tile or carpet or dirt or rock, you need to feel where you are walking so that you have balance. And your feet affect you, like Dr. Chris was saying, whether you're awake or trying to sleep, whether you're standing, sitting, lying down. You can have foot pain 24/7 no matter what you're doing. Your feet can be very important to you and they need circulation. So we'll look at your nutrition, what you're eating. That may contribute to neuropathy or
anything in general that deals with foot pain. Yeah.
And an inflammatory versus anti-inflammatory response.
There's inflammatory arthritis, people who have all kinds of bone issues, and when you have inflammatory arthritis, it affects both feet, not just the one. Okay. But remember, your feet are also another set of eyes for you. Think about this, if your eyes are closed and you're walking in a room, you depend on your feet to know where you're walking or what you're walking on. Okay, this is one of those things that in martial arts, we know how to sweep our feet to kind of feel what's in front of us if for some reason our vision is impaired. These are all good things. So, if you can't feel the floor, that could also throw off your balance. And of course, with seniors that have neuropathy or have some kind of debilitating, arthritis in their feet, they tend to fall, break a hip, and now you got another problem to deal with, right?
So
or they hurt their head and have
number
head
one cause of injury or death in a senior is falling. So that usually comes from the feet up. You don't build a house from the roof down. You start with a good foundation. So foot health is really important.
Yeah. So that's in a nutshell what we wanted to talk about. Your feet are your foundation. And if you're wondering why you've had this persistent back pain or lower back pain for a while, or maybe why you've had hip or knee, well, has anyone looked at your feet? Has anyone looked at the foundation first? Let's look at that first and then determine if that's the cause of your knee or hip or low back issue. And maybe you need all those things looked at. Maybe because it's all a kinematic chain. If the foot's out of alignment, that's going to cause a misalignment in the ankle. That's going to cause a misalignment in the knee. Like the hip bone's connected to the knee bone's connected. It's all it all matters. So if these things aren't properly aligned, you're going to have problems. So luckily,
and your shoes too. We'll take a look at your shoes as well. Just this is the whole package.
Yeah, we'll do that as much. And I'm the kind of person. Keep in mind, I'm from Hawaii, so I like to be in slippers more or less. But anyways, but I also have no problems spending a good money on good shoes because they last a long time. One of my favorite places to buy shoes is at Nordstrom, because Nordstrom has great return policies and they're worth every penny. And usually the shoes I buy there last me for years.
Right. So if you're not sure or you haven't had your foot measured in a while, Get your foot measured. Don't assume that you wear the same size you've been wearing. If you've gained weight or lost weight, everything changes. Your rings will be looser or tighter. Your feet may change as well. Like I'm saying, get your foot measured just to be sure.
Yeah. So anyways, with that being said, come on, get you. We're also, a lot of people don't know, but Optimal Health Members is an affiliate office of the Hand and Foot Clinics of America, Chiropractic Hand and Foot Clinics of America. So we specialize in helping people with extremity issues. Extremity meaning like the shoulders, the elbow, the wrists, the hands, the hips, the knees, the feet. These are some of the things we specialize in outside of the spine that we work on as a chiropractor, but also with all the other multitude of things that we take care of using soft wave tissue regeneration technology. So just want to say thank you very much for spending your time with us today here on Tuesday, July 23rd at Optimal Health Members Live. And at the same time, just remember, the body always wants to heal. Aloha for now.